What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Nio and where we see this thing going off. This thing is blasting off and where we see this thing going in the next couple years. We're also going to throw a little bit of Tesla stuff in there as well. But before we hop into that, we ask you guys hit that sub button. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the month. About 80% of you guys watching this channel right now aren't even subbed to the channel. So just do us a little favor, hit that sub button. It's the best way to support us. If we can get 150 likes on this video, we're going to disclose our biggest gainers in our portfolio, and it's probably not what you guys are expecting either. So hit that sub button, hit that like button, and without further ado, let's give it some razzle dazzle. So first, let's talk about a little bit of Nio, where we see this thing going. This thing is just blowing everything out of the water. Honestly, like when it comes to the whole EV market, this thing is just on fire. Quick side note, I'll throw this in here as well. I'm just kind of all over the place right now. Chad is actually out today. He's not going to be able to film the video. That's why we're pushing it out without him. Just wanted to still get this information out to you guys so that you guys are aware of everything that's going on. But he'll be back in the next video, so just hang in there with us. But Nio, man, this thing is blowing the roof off the EV industry. It's kind of been up and down the last couple of weeks. You know, we had a hot run in 2020. Honestly, I really see this thing hitting well over to that $300, $400, $500 mark in the next 5 years or so. And honestly, from sitting where we're at now, these are huge, massive discounted prices. These are going to look like steals when you guys get into there at $60, you know, and this thing's up to $500, $600, you know, given some time. But the reason we think this stock is going to get that high is because of multiple reasons. First of all, the EV industry in China alone is growing at a 10 times faster rate than the car sales with gasoline cars. So that in itself it's crazy. So, I mean, just think where we're going to be at in the next 5-10 years, not even just in China, but just like in the States and Europe. You know, Nio's expanding into Europe. We've talked about that multiple times on this channel. They're trying to push into Europe by the second half of this year. So that's going to be another catalyst for this stock. Nio also wants to hit 300,000 cars by the end of next year. They're looking to hit 150,000 by the end of this year. And they're building a new factory. We talked about this in another video too, but they're building another factory to help with that production to build those cars. But their president and their CEO came out saying that basically the CEO believes by the end of this year, or let me see here, I believe it's by the end of, by the second quarter of this year, not the end of the year. That's the president. The CEO believes that Nio will be profitable by the second quarter of this year, which is massive because Tesla's not even profitable yet. Tesla is only profitable when you look at their numbers because of the credits that they get from the government for building the EV vehicles. You know, they sell those to other companies who don't meet those requirements, and that's where they're making a lot of their money from. They make it from selling those credits. But the president of Nio believes that Nio won't be profitable with the current delivery numbers that they have now, which is understandable. But that's why they're building that new factory. So with them building that new factory and pushing those EV numbers way through the roof, and you know, if they can hit 150,000 cars by the end of this year, that is going to be massive news for Nio. If we just look at their stock, let's go ahead and look at the stock real quick. So we look at the last year. Let's go ahead and look at the last year. I mean, this thing has just been blasting off. In the last year, it went from, let's see here. Let's go 5-year max. If we look at the max chart for Nio, back in January, they were sitting, let's see here. So the high, let's see here, close. So they're sitting at about $3.80 back in the beginning of January in 2020. And if we look at December of 2020, I mean, this thing, we were just there, you know, like the $50, $60 mark. Like that is massive. That is massive growth for Nio. And just think where are they going to be in a year when they double their numbers. They also have the Nio Life coming out. They're expanding that. They're trying to be more than just an EV vehicle. You know, we've talked about that in a couple other vehicles or in other couple videos. So I think honestly, by the end of this year, my personal price prediction on Nio is easily well into the $125 range, and that's just within this year. So who's to say that this isn't going to hit $300 by the next, 2022? So if we look at the car sales and the deliveries through Tesla and comparing it with Nio, it took Nio about 4 years of what it took Tesla to do in 6. Now, granted, Tesla was pretty much the waymaker for the EV industry. You know, they had to pave the way. They had to make Tesla's really the pioneer in the EV industry. So I kind of give Tesla a little bit of a break there because it's something new, it's something futuristic. Some people weren't on board with it, but now that we're getting into the future, you know, years and years of development and research and all this other stuff going into the cars to make them better, I feel like more people are on board. I know I'm definitely on board. I really want one. I'd love to have one in the future. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I would love one. But so we compare the Tesla deliveries with the Nio deliveries. In 2018, Tesla delivered about 244,000 vehicles. Now, yeah, there was only 11,000 vehicles for Nio in 2018. But look at the percentage of the growth wise, though. So if we look, which I can't really show you guys because it's just in my notes, but Nio in 2019 delivered just under 32,000 vehicles. That's up 182% from 2018. In 2019, Tesla delivered 367,000 vehicles. That's only up 50% from 2018. 50%. So, and it just keeps going from there. Yeah, 2020 Nio delivered about 43,000 vehicles, just under 44,000. And that's a 37% increase from from 2018. In 2020, Nio delivered 43,000, just under 44,000 vehicles, which is up 37% from 2019, which isn't fantastic. That's still fantastic. Like, that's still growth, but it's not the numbers that they were putting up before. But in 2020, Tesla delivered 500,000 vehicles, which is up 36% from 2019. So for the year of 2020, they both had about roughly the same percentage, which that could have been all because of COVID and all of that. The numbers could have been greatly increased if COVID wasn't around. You know, that put a big hurt on a lot of industries. So that's kind of an outlying factor. But in 2021, if Nio can hit the mark where they're at now, if they can hit the 150,000 delivered vehicles like they want to, that's going to put them up 243% from 2020. That is massive, massive growth. That doesn't include anything else. That's not the battery as a service. That's not including any. That's just strictly car deliveries. It's not the life. That's nothing else. It's just car deliveries. Tesla's trying to deliver 900,000 to 1 million cars in 2021. That's only up 80% from where they were at in 2020. So yeah, I mean, they're delivering more vehicles. It's kind of harder to double and triple your sales when eventually you're going to hit this cap of there's only so much that you can produce. There's only so much that you can do. But that just shows you how fast that Nio is growing. And honestly, like hitting this $60 mark right now, getting in right now is an absolute steal. If you got into the $40, good for you. I know we've been in it since 20. I sold out and took a profit at 40, but then I bought right back in. So we've been hanging in there since the $40 range. And I'm telling you what, man, it has been an absolute freaking steal getting it at the $60 range. And even the 40, you know, anything under that 100, man, I'm telling you guys, it's going to feel like it's a steal, especially when Nio hits these Tesla numbers. And I feel like Nio's eventually going to hit the same level as Tesla on the stock market. I think it's a matter of, honestly, it's just a matter of time before Nio catches up to Tesla and they become a real big competition with each other. I know Tesla's expanding. Their sales are still through the roof over in China, and Nio's still trying to play catch up. But honestly, when Nio expands into Europe and then they expand into the States, like, it's just going to be massive, and it's going to be monstrous for Nio. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what we think about it, and we'll kind of keep you guys up to date. But that's where we see this thing going in 5 years, honestly. And this is not financial advice. This is all entertainment purposes only. Let us know down in the comments. What do you guys think is going to happen with Nio? Do you think it's going to tank? Do you think it's going to go to the moon? What do you guys think is going to happen with it? Just let us know. We're always open to, you know, discussion. And again, we got the link in the description for the Discord. First 100 people in there, absolutely free. We've got about 50, I believe it's about 50 or 55 people in there now. So it's about half full. So get in there while you can. Get in it. And again, if you guys like this kind of content, hit that like, share, notification bell, all of that good stuff. Again, it really helps us grow the channel. And we can't thank you guys enough for all the support that we have so far. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys in the next one.